Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ronnie, and welcome to ABCD News Channel 1. We have breaking news on an outbreak in Guinea, Africa. This outbreak is of Drancollisis, also known as the guinea worm. It is from the animal kingdom, phylum Nematoda, genus Drancunclus, species Drancunclusis medinensis. Found in Chad, Ethiopia, Mali, South Sudan, but many other African countries get this. Anyone who drinks pond water or other stagnant water contaminated by persons with GWD is at risk of this infection. The disease causes preventable suffering of infected people and is a financial and social burden and disability. Adult female worms come out of the skin and slowly cause great pain. Parents with active guinea worm disease might not be able to care for their children. The worm often comes out of the skin during planting and harvesting season. This prevents the adults to work and children to go to school. Therefore, GWD is both a disease of poverty and also causes poverty because of the disability it causes. Only 4 countries reported local guinea worm disease in 2014. These countries were Chad, Ethiopia, Mali, and South Sudan. Many other African countries and all of Asia are now free of GWD. Today, GWD affects poor communities in remote parts of Africa that do not have safe water to drink. Now on to you, Trev.
Thanks, Ron. We have some characteristics for you. The male guinea worm is typically 29 millimeters long, but only lives after reproduction. But the female can grow to 100 centimeters long and can be as thick as a spaghetti noodle, but does die after about a year. We also have the life cycle for you. Humans can be infected by the drinking unfiltered water containing cotylopods, which are infected with larvae of D. demenens. Following intestation, the cotylopods die and release the larva, which penetrates the host stomach and the internal intestinal wall and enters the abdominal cavity. After it becomes an adult, a cotylepod, the male worm dies and the female migrates towards the skin surface. Approximately 1 year after infection, the female worm makes a large blister on the lower leg. And after 2 weeks, it has developed into infected larva, indigesting the cotylopods, closing the cycle, and restarts again.
Thanks, Trev, for that excellent information. We're going back to him while he interviews a GWD victim, Steve, in Guinea, Africa.
Thanks, Ron. We're out here in Guinea, Africa with a GWD victim, Steve. So, Steve, have you had any symptoms when you first got the worm?
No, not until after a year that I had contacted the worm that I had any symptoms at all.
Good. Where does the worm come out?
It comes out in the lower body. It came out in my ankle specifically, but it can come out of any body part that came into contact with it.
Right. Is there anything to prevent the infection or treat it?
No, there's no antibiotics or vaccines to treat it.
Like, what symptoms did you have?
I vomited, I was always dizzy, and I had really bad diarrhea.
What was the wound like?
It's a big red blister, usually around the ankle or lower calf, and it oozed.
Thank you. That was a very disgusting picture. Do you have any more information for us today, Steve?
Yes, it is a high financial rate to help with the worm disease. It is also a low death rate, so that's good as well, and there is mostly 60% of children that will miss school, but as there are also a disability of 8.5 weeks after being in contact with the worm.
Back to you, Ron.
Thanks, Trev, for traveling out to Guinea, Africa, and talking to Steve, and we hope he feels well with his onward disease with GWD. You can, if you have any more information, you can also visit our radio station, 1738 The Dab. Thank you and have a very nice evening.